Beginning, the arrest that should never have happened. I'd seen plenty of strange sights while patrolling the Outer Rim colonies, but nothing struck me quite like the first time I saw them. Two purple-skinned girls sprinting across the dust-blown market square, clutching each other's hands like one of them might vanish if the other let go. I was a colonial officer then, nothing special, nothing powerful. Just a man in a uniform trying to keep peace on a fringe world where resources were thin and tempers were thinner. The older girl was maybe 17 standard years. The younger, maybe around 8. Both were barefoot, thin, frightened, and moving like the world itself was hunting them. I didn't know their names then. Not yet. The market vendors shouted at them as they passed. Thieves! Get those gutter runners! They took from my stall. I watched them from across the square, noticing every detail, the uneven breathing, the way the older one kept placing her body in front of the younger, the way she winced with every footstep but didn't slow down. They weren't hardened criminals. They were terrified children. But according to protocol, a report of theft meant I had to intervene. So I stepped forward. Stop! I called. The older sister froze instantly. Her hands trembled. The younger one hid behind her, clutching her waist. I approached slowly, my hands raised to show I wasn't drawing a weapon. No one's going to hurt you. I just need to know what's going on. Then one of the vendors, a big, red-faced miner, stormed over. There they are, he yelled. They stole food. Arrest them, officer. The older girl flinched as if struck. Please, no, sir, we can give it back. She pulled a bruised fruit from her pocket. It wasn't even fresh. It had probably been thrown out. The miner spat. Too late. They're parasite kids. Always taking. Lock them up. The younger girl began to cry. And that's when it happened. The older girl stepped in front of her sister, threw her arms out wide, and shouted with a voice that shook. Spare my sister. Her voice cracked halfway through, but the desperation in it hit me like a physical force. She bowed her head, breath shaking. Please, take me instead. A hush fell over the market. She actually knelt, on the dusty ground in front of me. Arrest me. Do whatever humans do. Just don't hurt her. My heart clenched. This wasn't defiance. It wasn't manipulation. It was pure, terrified love. What's your name? I asked softly. The girl swallowed. Elin. And your sister? Vera. I crouched down so I was at eye level. Elin, why were you stealing? Her jaw tightened, like she expected my tone to turn cruel at any moment. My sister hasn't eaten in 3 days, she whispered. I tried to work. No one would hire me. They said, she hesitated, they said our kind brings misfortune. The miner rolled his eyes. Officer, come on, she's lying. They always do. I ignored him. I looked at Vera. She was skin and bone, eyes huge, cheeks sunken. I'd seen starvation before. This was it. Elin forced the fruit into my palm. Please, just let her go. Take me. I closed her fingers back around the fruit. No one's getting arrested, I said. Elin's eyes widened. What? I stood up. Stolen food is returned. Case closed. The vendor sputtered. Officer, that's not how it works. It is today, I said firmly. The vendor backed down. But the crowd didn't disperse. They watched. Judging. Whispering. Not with sympathy, but suspicion. Elin grabbed her sister's arm. Vera, stay behind me. A defensive reflex. One she'd clearly had to use often. I stepped between them and the crowd. Let's get you somewhere safe. Elin stared at me with mistrust, confusion, and a tiny, flickering hope. Why are you helping us? She whispered. Because you're children, I said. She blinked. As if no one had said that to her in years. Maybe ever. Middle, the truth they could not hide. I brought them to the patrol station not to jail them, but to get them warm food, clean clothes, and a chance to breathe without flinching at every shadow. The other officers stared. Purple-skinned aliens. Half-starved. Touching my sleeves like they expected to be dragged away any second. Don't worry, I told them, you're safe here. But Elin didn't relax. Not even a fraction. After they ate slowly, like their bodies weren't used to real meals, I sat across from Elin. Tell me the truth, I said gently. Why are you two alone? She hesitated. But then she looked at Vera, curled up, asleep at last, and something inside her softened. Our parents died during the collapse, she whispered. Everyone from our district either died or fled. We were taken by a transport off-world. They said we'd be resettled. But, her voice shook, the humans running it sold some of the children. My blood went cold. Sold. Elin nodded. Not to good places. Not to good people. And you and your sister. We escaped before we were processed, she said softly. We've been hiding ever since. How long? 7 moons. 7 months. 7 months scavenging, stealing scraps, getting chased, hunted, starved. Elin's hands shook as she twisted the hem of her shirt. I tried everything, she whispered. Every day. Every hour. But Vera kept getting sicker. And the humans here, she didn't finish. I had enough experience to understand the silence. Prejudice. Fear. Cruelty. Sometimes worse. Why did you offer yourself? I asked quietly. Back in the market. She looked away. To protect her, she whispered. Always her. If someone must suffer, let it be me. A painful, simple truth. But before I could respond, alarms blared through the station. 2 officers ran past the door. Officer Cade. Incoming shuttle. It's the Ruviak Syndicate, they're scanning the colony. The Ruviak Syndicate. Illegal child traffickers. My stomach dropped. Elin froze. They're here, she whispered. They're looking for us. I stood. You two stay behind me. Don't make a sound. But Elin grabbed my wrist. Officer, she whispered, terrified, if they see us. They won't, I promised. She swallowed hard. But if they do, please. She met my eyes, voice breaking again. Spare my sister. I placed my hand over hers. No one is taking either of you. But the fear in her eyes didn't fade. Not yet. The hunt begins. The Ruviak shuttle hovered above the colony like a steel vulture. Its scanners swept across buildings. Every officer mobilized. Weapons ready. Shields raised. They weren't here for a fight. They were here for merchandise. My blood boiled. I pulled Elin and Vera into a secure storage bay beneath the station. The hum of generators masked their breathing. Elin kept her arms tight around Vera, whispering reassurance even while trembling herself. Stay behind me, she murmured. Stay quiet. Don't breathe loud. I crouched beside her. Elin. They can't scan through lead shielding. You're safe down here. No, she whispered. Not safe. Never safe. Her trauma ran deep. Logic wouldn't touch it. Above us, boots pounded the floor. Voices shouted. Metal clanged. The syndicate was inside the station. My comm crackled to life. Cade. They're demanding access to all alien miners. They claim they're collecting their missing property. My grip tightened on the comm. Property. Elin stiffened at the word. I lowered the comm and looked at her. You're not property, I said firmly. You're a child under my protection. That means more than their threats. She bit her lip hard, eyes filling with terrified tears. They always come, she whispered. Always. Then she buried her face in her sister's hair.